It doesn't even come up. Good job, Nikki. You didn't even type it right. Check your work. I'm guessing you got B's in school. Burn. I think I got C's and D's, so I can say that. There it is. HSCS. There we go. Okay, yeah, something's definitely happening there. Let's take a look. HSCS, where can I put that instead of? Watch all these. AEMD doesn't look too good. HSCS. Just starting to do whatever it's doing, isn't it? Can you tell me, anybody, what the volume is on that HSCS? Pre-market volume. That volume from Friday. Already. All right. What time is it? Live on TikTok a little bit closer to the. Hey, GNS acting like it might pull back. Some from here. All right. Well, actually, I should probably go live on talk about the market, but screw them. You like Baba? Short 112 is topside resistance. Did Baba report earnings? So you're talking about shorting Baba at like 118. Is that correct? What did he say? Oh, I like Baba short 112 is topside resistance 112. Oh, why is 112 topside resistance? Just because on the day? All right. Well, there's certainly like a gap fill that could happen as well. All the way to 118. Be long all the way to 118, depending. Break down 111, perhaps. 376,000 on SHCS. Okay, that's a little bit thin. We want 500,000. We really want 1 million shares traded. Dundrell here. Hey, Dundrell, there you are. All right. All right, so let's see. Dundrell is my cue to make sure to go. All right, so let's go over to the market for a sec. So I have been on the road for many days. This day on Wednesday is the most peculiar day, and that was the day I had already left. I didn't experience Wednesday, didn't even get to look at the market. It had completely occurred. And then Thursday, we expected GDP, and GDP results, I guess, were positive. It seems to be at least positive for the market, for stocks, for equities. That caused the market to rally and then continue. But this morning, we've pulled way back overnight throughout the weekend in foreign markets, all the way back down to almost where we started Friday. And that puts us really close and very distant. It puts us very close to the lows of Friday and very distant and unlikely to the highs of Friday. And so that puts us in a position for a very, very likely, probable swing high formation to be put in between Thursday, Friday, and today. We can already predict that. Could not really predict that on Friday because of where it closed. But this morning, it's going to be a monumental task to get the market all the way back up here, up and over, without breaking that low. We're right at the low without breaking that low, because that would create a bullish engulfing candle, which would, it would be it would require a lot of confidence. And this week we've got a Fed report out, so I don't think that's what's going to happen. So I think we are going to go grab a little liquidity up higher this morning, perhaps at Friday's close. So up maybe 2 points. We might grind up And then we'll go red, and we'll probably try to test this kind of level back here that was put in early last week. The GDP level, if you will, the pre-GDP level. We're going to go retest pre-GDP levels is what might be happening. All right. So that's the most likely scenario. It's around an 80% likelihood. That doesn't mean that today couldn't be just all bullish. I don't think it will be, though. Some days are just clearer than others, and today that one's pretty clear. I'm going to take a little out of ENS as it's pulling back, kind of a de-risk, scalping around the core. And then I still would like to have some position / build a position on the pullbacks on GNS because it's still a very well-behaved and well-forming stock still. I don't know if I remember correctly, but I think we've seen it be a bitch. Mike says average 38K on what? Gmvd, I still feel pretty confident about building a little position in here. Could fail out. Add a tiny bit there. I forgot to type back to my wife. Oh, yes, ice. Got it. Because I told her, no, oil is at the top. I just put some in, so that is incorrect. And then I zoomed up and it said ice could be possible. So she sent me a message, I don't know, to hear, like a voice message, and I haven't listened to it, but I need to tell her. Oh, okay. Ice. Got it. It's -12 right now. Where are you, Justin? Where's it -12? Like Chicago or something? It is cold. San Diego? South Dakota. Carl said North Dakota? How does Carl know that Justin's in the Dakotas? Like, where the fuck is Carl? FBI or CIA or something? Guess. Just a guess. San Diego. I was like, that's the coldest I've ever heard San Diego. Ever. Taking a little bit more off on GNS as it's sort of failing a consolidation area. It doesn't seem to be giving it to me, so that's okay. It'll be 50 degrees. Yeah, this whole week's going to be very cold. We're going to have ice rain, it says. Ice rain. I don't know. What does that mean? Ice? How is ice rain not hail? How is ice rain not sleet? How is sleet not ice rain? How is hail not ice sleet? And how is snow not sleet? And you guys have just way too many names for just fucking ice, cold water that falls from the sky. It's just freezing rain. We're gonna get freezing rain. What does that mean? It doesn't. Maybe it means it's not hail. That it freezes on the way down, and maybe hail freezes at the top and then falls as frozen rain. I don't know. My mom's asleep. You're talking about. Wait, did I say it wrong? It's not called Sleet. You're making me think of the show with those lizard creatures. Something like Back in Time or something. I think they were called. Oh no, Sleeks. My mom's a sleek. That's funny. It means you're going to be beating the shit out of your car to get the door open, is what it means. Yeah, Justin, it does. Hi. Oh, wow. Somebody just did a little promo thing. Well, thank you, Spiritum, whatever you are. Thanks for your spam message and your advisement. The skink is a lizard. I know that. I'm aware of that, I have been around, my friend. I know the difference between sleet, skink, and sleek. What are those things called? Skeek, sleek. I think. What are those? Okay. Was it called The Land Before Time? Land? No. Before Time. That was the like dinosaur cartoon, wasn't it? What was that called? And Will Ferrell did a movie. Maybe it's called Land. Maybe it is called Land Before Time. Land of the Lost. That's Land of the Lost. Slee stacks. Slee stack. My mom's a slee stack. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. All right, we've got 7 minutes until the market opens, and we're building some positions on Gmvd and GNS, perhaps. We have hopes for GNS. And on Gmvd, ape. Yeah, I have some ape also. Ape, APE. About 3 minutes. How did you remember Slee Stack monster name? No, I didn't. I started looking it up. I tried to remember, but eventually I had to start looking it up. All right, I'm going to go live on TikTok, crazy as it is. Actually acting weird. There it goes. Wow. Probably was doing an extra check. All right, cool. All right. We're live everywhere now. Yeah, Ben. You're the one that mentioned it, weren't you? It's sleet. Sleet. I don't know what the difference is. So, I mean, they say Eskimos have, I don't know, what is it, 28 names for snow or ice? Can you imagine that? You're like, your wife goes, "Can you go get some ice?" And you come back and you're like, "That's not ice. That's, I don't know what they call it." You're like, "Well, geez, I'm just an Eskimo." I probably need to be careful what I'm saying. Out these days. Good morning, Shreyas Pudyal. My trip was good. Thank you for noticing. A really long drive. Work. In the pedal. It was productive. It was productive. Thank you. All right, GMVD is coming down into below VWAP area. What appears to be a kind of basing formation. Possible either it breaks down, turns red from here, or this is a good spot to get in for it to possibly go up. De-risk a tiny bit just before the open. The open is coming. Freezing rain is rain that freezes when it hits the ground. Sleet is like slushy snow. Doesn't really stick. Okay. Wow. The multiple gradations here is very interesting. I think I heard about that. Someone says someone turned $1,200 in Lucid to a $1.5 million on a call. Yeah, I don't think it was $1,200. I think it was $8,000. I think you heard that slightly wrong, but it's still amazing, right? Yeah. But anybody that can turn $8,000 into $1.5 million can easily turn $1.5 million into $8,000 again like that. You'll see. I cross my fingers that they know what the fuck they're doing. Otherwise, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, would you seriously ask a lottery player, like, wow, a lottery winner, wow, how did you do it? That's amazing. What's your technique? I don't know, man. I just went for it. Indicator I'm using? Which indicator? Favorite indicator? Uh, Depends on what it's for. Probably the 20 moving average. Simple as that. Uh, but then there's VWAP, and then there's RSI, and then difficult question to ask because for swing trading, for day trading, for investing, a lot of different ways to use. Is that the Little Caesars guy on your logo profile photo? That's pretty funny. All right, the market opens in 2 minutes. We already talked about that. The market is probably going to be red today, or it could even be green. It's definitely going to put in a uh, swing high. It looks like, which means that tomorrow will probably be lower. So if the market goes up at the open here, it's possible that getting some puts or shorting it will be a good idea. We have a minute and 20 seconds before the market opens. All right. Also, BSFC shaping up nicely. That could return 15, 20% pretty easily. It's got a nice base showing up. Ape, it's got some possibility. It hasn't done its move yet, but it's got a lot of possibility. In fact, I might just go ahead and buy some more right here if it'll get. And we've got 20 seconds before the open. Not giving it to me. That's a good sign. That's a bullish sign. Okay, now I got to switch everything over to day from good to cancel extended. Shit. All right, here we go. Okay, I think that was ape accumulating right there. Okay, GNS, what are you going to do? Gmvd isn't moving. It's not encouraging. BSFC coming up. Here goes GMVD. A nice uptick there. BSFC curving up nicely, although it's not momentum. Ape is definitely moving now. There goes Ape. It's there's a possibility it breaks 260, and it's at 225 right now. I might go whole hog in Ape. What we would like to see is for APE to halt. Any of these to halt. GNS, GMVD, any of these would be nice. I'll tell you what, if GNS starts to move, starts to crack momentum, it's going to be hard to grab. Because I already know that from the behavior pre-market. It was acting like that. Really hard to grab once it starts moving. Got more on APE. It would be funny if we're like, APE's a beast. I'm going whole hog on APE. You have 600 of what? Dollars? Private message me. I'll help you make the right decisions on that. Help give you some of my own ideas. Okay, huh. Okay, GNS pulling back a little bit. B-buy, failing out. That's Big Bear, AI. Gmvd is curving up a little bit. It's looking a little encouraging here. Try and pick up a tiny piece at the bid. And same on GNS, looking a little bit encouraging. It's tightening up. Grabbing a little bit more there. I think APE filled a little more for me. Bids are getting hit, so it could be selling off. Okay. GNS just made a new high, but sold off. New high during market hours, not new high pre-market. The high pre-market was 605. Gmvd is grinding. It has a nice little grinding up consolidation, but it's not momentum. MVD, I might even de-risk on. Doesn't pick up momentum. PEV is starting to break out. PEV. You guys can maybe grab it faster than me. PEV. Jesus, it's hard to get 182. Okay, I got 180. I'm not super happy. Take it. A GNS failing out while GMVD moves up. Okay, I'm getting out on GNS. Not looking good. Might even halt down. It's breaking VWAP. It's breaking pivot. It's breaking base. It's breaking consolidation. It's just all bad. Now, it may pick up again in a little bit, and it might even break those levels. There goes GMVD. GMVD looking very good for a fresh breakout around 680.
Alert.
Attempting to pick up some more GMVD right before breakout. I'll get it. And I'm pretty much all out on GNS, by the way. Right there on that uptick. It's holding at 673. I don't know if GMVD halted. I don't think it should have, but it 10% move in less than 1 minute. Oh, all right, great. Randy says GMVD did halt up. I don't have that on my screen properly right now. Way to go. We got our first halt up holding of the day. Now what I want to do is change that. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's an interesting way that they try to show you it halted. Oh, so let me cancel my orders then, and let's set up a tree, a ladder, a tree. Go with 5% exits. Likely to break 680, so put one right underneath there, 679, 680, 679. Well, 93, 723. I really don't think it's going to pop that fast, but you never know. So put the 8 fell. Yes, it did. I don't have a huge position on that, but yeah, just a little bit. Good day to you, mate. Yeah, good day to you too. Gmvd halted. Yes, nice. We got it. We got in. Hopefully, everybody did. To the halting stock on the day. That's great. Good way to start the week. Meanwhile, GNS is totally failing out like a lightning bolt. I don't think I can sell short. No, it's must be none to borrow. Shares are not currently available to short on GNS. That would be a nice one though. How about BBuy? That one's failing out. One can dream. Let's see. No, not available to short on that one either. And that is why, although TD has a shorting program, uh, you got to go with a more premium broker for specializes in shorting if you want to do shorting. Hey, Eric. Let's see what happens on Gmvd when it comes out of the halt. I have a feeling it's going to move up to like 740 area and then pull back hard to like 6 70, kind of like where it's at right now. Doesn't seem much more bullish than that. You can kind of tell by the prior action already. But yeah, you never know. AEMD making a move off the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, I took that one off of my set over BBuy. Waiting for some pullback. How long does the halt last? 5 minutes. Okay, there it is. It's out of the halt. I got 2 exits already. And it's at 7:17. It hit 7:14 over on TradingView. 7:15. I have laddered exits underneath every 25-cent level. But see, it's pulling back underneath 7 already. But it's possible people will pile in. No, it's selling off all the way to 6. It is getting volatile. I think it might even be halting down. I can't even get out. I just tried to sell some out, so it's probably halting. There it is. I believe it halted. Halted down. So that's it. Could be all over on Gmvd. Well, this momentum week is not starting off. Is starting off weak. WEAK. Yeah, Pev is moving pretty nicely. It made a new high at 202. Get some laddered exit on that. I might. Oh, unless they're charging me. Setting up a ladder on Pev. Pay attention to it. All right, so I can watch GMVD more. HSCS trending up with a lot of volatility. An exit. Okay, that was an exit on Pev. A take profit on Pev. Right, GMVD. I will set up some purposes. You're going to be a bit wild when it comes out. And whip to 670 and back. Possibly. That's just my instinct. Apes hanging in the base. I had that opening flitter, but it's hanging in there. Tav is pulling back to 170 off of 220, so that's a 15% drop. And de-risk a little bit, considering that. Size down. GMVD coming out of the halt soon here. $41, so 46, 46.11. 46.11, so 30 seconds, 46.11. Okay, it's going to come out of the halt in 20 seconds. Market's being wacky. Okay, 11 seconds, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Remaining halted for a little bit longer than normal, resolving imbalances. Yeah, Ape's. I think Ape's all right. Let me see. All right. Yep. Ape is making a new high on the market day. Again, I think it might move to 260 to the 260 area. Test. All right. Well, GMVD. We're just waiting on it. G Medical Innovations Holdings. Ape is now at 237. The base was around 220. So looking good there. I'll put a little tiny 5% take profit right underneath 240. Very tiny. Participate as it's moving up. So that AEMD never did pull back until it got over VWAP there. That's a decent sign. You could potentially grab it here on VWAP with that green 1 minute candle breaking over the high of the prior red candle there. Market itself zoomed up off of the lows just a moment ago. FRGT. FRGT moving, yeah. 7 to 57. So what is that? 15% move? 20% move? Gmvd still halted. FRGT is zooming. A lot of momentum there, actually. FRGT. Okay, I've got some. Okay, I'm already taking just 10, what was it, 5% off of FRGT. Apparently CVNA is taking off and halted up. Carvana. Wow. Crazy. Take a look at the chart on that. Yeah, the time to get into that for a swing trade would have been, oh, Carvana's trading again. Got momentum. It's not necessarily the best place to get in. Take a very small position. Right there. Okay, GMVD's out of the halt and opened around 6. Really pulled back. starting to fill the gap right now, so it might get all the way back to 630, possibly. Don't rely, though. Be plenty of buying pressure at these levels. Up though. I take some more off the table on that. Ape making a new high. Ape. Got that order sitting right underneath 240, so that'll trigger soon. HSCS starting to gain momentum, and there it is. There's some blue sky break. That's the first blue sky this year. Blue sky breakout for HSCS. Virgin breakout. HSCS. Once it broke that pre-market high, or was it Friday's high, it is now zooming. Went from 150 to 175 just now. 25 cents. Which is something like 14% in just one blip. Arvana still sitting at that one level in the mid nines. It pulls back. I might build a position there. It's starting to pull back a little bit. Just gonna let it pull back. The market now whipping way down. The market is not choosing a direction. It can just go back and forth like that and just play whiplash ping pong. What'd you say? You're done trading? Looks like a consolidation day. Sure. All right, Carvana's starting to move again. It looks like it's going to break high of the day. Snagged a little bit more. Okay, I think that might have been my ape order. Let's see. Yeah, that was ape, APE, just underneath 240. So ape continuing to make progress. HSCS really moving again. Remember this blue sky. HSCS just hit 187 high. I think one of you at least has got a decent position in HSCS. Brought it to us. Well, looking good now. All right, I got to flatten Gmvd. And there. all out on Gmvd. Had to take a 1R loss on Gmvd. Thanks very much. But luckily, we've got some other things working for us here. HSCS continuing to move. That thing's going to be halting soon, isn't it? I asked to get the bid on it, but I couldn't get it. So now I'm going in for the ask. Couldn't get that. There's a lot of momentum going on there. Going to have to change the market order, and it might even be halting soon here. There we go. I finally got some position on HSCS, but it's been blue sky movement. I'd have to look at the time in sales, but I'm guessing there's a lot of market orders going on because it's you can't even really grab shares right now. Okay, here we have some pullback. You can't really grab shares at the ask even. HSCS really skewed to the buy side. And we're breaking over a key level right now, $2. That could send to level 2, going crazy. It's already at 216 now. 220. 215. Okay, it's pulling back just a little bit. Yeah, I've got some position there. I'm going to go into profit-taking mode. Wow. I was just curious how quickly I would get hit at the ask, and it was just right away. So this thing is still quite bullish. I'm going to move my profit-taking down to 5% exits. HSCS is what is HSCS, yes. Try that again. All right, finally getting some real pullback on HSCS now, it looks like. Yeah. I mean, that was quite a run on HSCS, but I think that's the top of the run there. Buy rating, price target of 3.3. Okay. What's going on with Carvana? Carvana still hanging out right there. Okay, there's a new high, 971. Ape up here. And there. HSCS coming up. Somebody says NVVE heating up. NV. Trying to figure out which one of these I can. All of these. Oh, there goes Carvana. Looks like it's going to break over 10. Carvana. 988. It wants to break 10. One user noted Carvana doing the same thing that Lucid did on Friday. Makes no sense though. Our vending machine company down 97%. Anything can happen, I suppose. That sold off. Ape starting to move up. Carvana at 991, 994, 995, 93. Ape's got a nice consolidation going on. Carvana 998. Back to 992, 990. HSCS pulling back. I'm going to let it pull back and then build a position wherever it starts to bottom at. There goes Carvana. Over 10 now, 10.06. Grab a little bit more position there. Okay, got the bid. I still don't have a big position on Carvana, not too big. Not that I think it's just going to dump, but I think this is not the best time to be getting in. Could be better on a pullback. It's not quite a momentum stock. AEMD, there we go. That's the kind of move we want to see on AEMD. That is definite momentum. AEMD. So, Chris, looks like Baba didn't do much. BBBY. Currently, BBBY is moving. And from about 240 to 3. BBBY's got some momentum. I don't have any more spots to. Oh, there we go. To put BB. Having a hard time getting in it. It's kind of flying. BBBY. Boy, it has really taken off. The market behaving like a consolidation day. Probably it's not going to move much until the Fed releases its rate decision. I believe that's Wednesday. Might be Thursday. Let me double check. Might be tomorrow. Let me see. Fed interest rate decision Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. All right, Apes moving. Apes hitting 242. All right, BBBY, we've got some pullback. Where's that? Yeah, some pullback to 315 area. In that pullback could be a spot to grab some. Carvana's back to 970, pulling back. This is a little bit better now. Let it pull back a bit. And then, on the 1 minute chart, or the 2 minute chart, just let it pull back until it has a candle that breaks over a previous candle's high. All right, BBBY, there we go. Starting to curve up. Ape just like grinding its way up to potentially hitting that pre-market high of 264. If it does ever break that, yeah, it could blue sky. Let's take a look at the daily chart on Ape. It's pretty fresh territory. At 280, if it can break 280, it's going to go ape shit. Ape can break 280. HSCS starting to curve up again after that pullback. HSCS, which we already have seen, has a lot of potential. I just don't have enough screens available. There goes BBBY, attempting to make a new high. Market still hasn't done much of anything. Carvana is sitting at 975. And it looks like it's settling into that pullback a little bit, but let's see. HSCS moving towards breaking the high of the day. A little bit hard to read the momentum, but it looks like it has more bullish momentum. Bearish. Jeez. Tesla at 176. Only 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was at 100. And you know some people bought it down there. Good on them. Hopefully they got shares, and perhaps we'll never need to sell them. Yeah, that was Tesla I was talking about. Yeah. BBBY did fail to make a new high, so I'm going to de-risk a little bit. And pulled back down to the base and just kind of just underticked it a little bit. So it's a little bit of a failed retest neckline semi-breakdown. Serious yet. A little bit. Ape still looking fine. AEMD continues to move up over VWAP, trend over VWAP, and is approaching pre-market high of 88 cents. Oh man, what a trade. Really nice, Camille. And Bed Bath & Beyond now is having that pivot breakdown, so taking more off of the table. GNS with a very fast reclaim. You might want to get on top of that. GNS. Fast. Might even be halting. I've got a market order in on it, and it's not even getting filled. There we go. It's very crowded. A lot of people, a lot of eyes trading GNS right now. So that could go places. It could also go down just as much as it could go up. It didn't even fill RJ's market order. He said, "Yeah, that's." Oh, did it halt? No, it didn't. No, it didn't halt. But yeah, it did fill my market order. Very crowded. Sure. BBBY with a little uptick movement, and that's I'm using that to de-risk out for a smaller hit. I wonder what AEMD is going to do today. All right, GNS sitting around 591. The high of the day is 605. It was very fast reclaim compared to the time it took to fade. So that's a sign of momentum, positive bullish momentum. And HSCS forming higher lows, kind of a flat top wedge, high kind of tight flag. Could be a sign of continuation coming on HSCS. I think, I don't know, GNS is acting like it's halted, but I don't show that on the bid and the ask. It must be halted because it went crazy. But bid and the ask aren't crossed usually, which is what's happening. I think it's halted though. Your market order is just sitting there. Yeah, it's halted. Yeah, Gary says it's halted. So great. I got in right before that halt then. RJ's like, he said, boo. I got to focus my attention also on HSCS. which has a nice flat top wedge forming. On there if it'll give it to me. Little. Yeah, BBBY continuing to fail out. I'm just going to hit flatten. All out on BBBY. No continuation. Oh, and look at that. I don't think that was my order. It dropped right when I sold, right after I sold. Smidge. Be curious to see how GNS behaves from here. Going to go ahead and set up some ladder. 1% exits, just because I don't know how it's going to behave yet. It could go crazy. Stop calling me Shirley. Couple of laddered exits there. I should be able to adjust, click around, depending. Check that's not charging me $7 a trade. Nope. Okay. That on some of these pennies. All right, on the time and sales. Oh, I think, is it out of the halt? What was that? Yeah, it's out of the halt. Yeah, and hitting my orders. Where is it? GNS. There it is. 620, 622, 624, 626, 630. Really decent move there on GNS. Got the 10-second chart up. The move over 6. Strong. Look at the daily chart on that. Says that, yeah, right about here it goes blue sky back to August area. It goes blue sky and could easily hit like 750 from here one day. It could just break like 635, 640. Back level 632 is what we're looking to break. And it just hit 630. We want to break 632, 631. Good blue sky at 632. Head up to 750. 631. Yeah. 632. It's 37. There we go. 44. 644. Fast move right there. And I thought I had some ladder right at 644. Yeah, I had one at 6. I had an order at 642 and it didn't take, and yet we hit 644. So that is some manipulation there. Watch out. Inclined to take more profit just because I saw that manipulation. Look at that. It's possible that others are getting the same feeling. I mean, I had orders set up there that they didn't fill and the price went past them. So that's some picking and choosing and preferential treatment. That's manipulation going on. I'd be very careful on that. If I was you. Okay, I set up a bunch of laddered exits inside of that big red dump candle. There we go. So it's a little bit of like de-risking on the pullback of the breakdown. Okay, 632. The question is, can it break 644? The question is, who cares? Who knows what that is? That was from, what was it called? The Muppets. Yeah, the two old guys that sit in the balcony criticizing the show. Arvana is still sitting at, what is that, 985? It made a little base there after it broke over 10. Ape is pulled back to about 230. Market just made a new low, so the market is red. Take a look at that market shape here. And on the daily candle, that looks like, yep, a perfect third day of the 3-day swing high pattern, putting us into a bearish pullback for we're not sure how many days. Chris says, die, Amazon, die. That's funny. All right, GNS is moving up to new highs on the day. There we go. Woohoo, GNS, way to go. Wow. Well done, GNS. Are you going to halt on us? Tell you what, I got to get some exits going because that's quite a move. Got to take some profits. I'm not even able to get out, which is very interesting. Okay, I think I got some exit there. GNS, yeah, I think, we might be moving to 750, like I said before, but you got to take some profits along the way. Oh, I think one of my orders went in as a stop order, so that's what that did. Okay. Okay, GNS is moving up again. Can it break 690? We'll see here. That is some serious momentum on GNS. This was the number one stock pick of the day that I picked this morning. You can't always know that, it's going to become number one, though. But it was. It was the number one pick of the day because of its behavior, its shape. Remember that it's kind of acting a little bit manipulated. Careful. Like it could just have a huge, You haven't traded long enough if you've never seen it, but it could have a huge $1 sell off into a halt, just destroy you. When they have these highly manipulated. I even just put sell the bid and I didn't even get filled. See, that's very strange fills going on GNS. I will tell you that. I'm just doing 1% exit so I can really continue to feel it. Okay. That was a genuinely good fill on the ask, so that's good for the breaking down a little bit. Here's a market order. Let's see if that fills. See? That's not normal. What is the float on GNS, guys? It must be very... Ape fell through VWAP. John. Okay, GNS hitting new highs. I think it is. Yes. Try to take some more off. Boom, 712. Look at that, guys. Very nice. Okay, I can just keep hitting sell here while we're getting all this strength. 732. I do not expect it to go past 750. I don't expect it, So I'm looking to sell in that situation right around in this area. I'm flattening my whole thing right here at 7 on this pullback. Looks like that was a good decision, and I could barely even get out. All right. I made it out somewhat alive. Because there I was trying to sell at 710, 720. It wouldn't even fill till 690. That gives you an idea how crowded it is, how difficult it is to trade. I still closed around $1,000. That's all right. Amazing, but it's all right. I'll take it. And it might have more left in it. The song on It's in My Head. What? Which song? What did I do? Well, that was a spectacular move on GNS. Hopefully, some of you were able to make some money on that. It did, frankly, just about damn near what I said. Looks like we are reclaiming that drop right now, and it could start build up some momentum again, right over 7 on GNS. Where is it over here? GNS there.
Alert.
Yeah, but that's about GNS. No, it's not. BZFD. NVVE. Somebody was saying about that earlier. NVVE. Chance to look at it. Carvana's kind of failing out. I'm going to flatten my small position of Carvana. Where do I have it at? Choose flatten over here. Possible GNS continues here for another blip. What? Nope. Okay, back to, I think, Carvana. I'm out of that, yes. Well, it looks like everything is tilting over now. Maybe AEMD, maybe, but I think everything is tilting over. All momentum is dying everywhere. So I'm de-risking here and there, and we'll keep watching it. But everybody, let's move into the momentum channel. That's our morning momentum trading. We went for about an hour and a half there, wasn't it? So very good. Let's continue in the momentum channel. Thanks for tuning in. You bet, RJ. Which song were you talking about? The Bezos song. Really? Oh, because he said, die, Amazon.